What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
One of the most dreaded terms in home improvement, particularly roofing, is ice damming. Ice dams strike seemingly without warning, attacking homes in cold weather climates with dangerous and costly consequences. The thing is, ice dams are highly misunderstood and largely preventable. So I want to talk to you about what ice dams are, how to stop them from forming on your home, and what you can do if you've already had them on your roof. Ice dams occur when the snow on your roof melts as a result of the heat escaping your house. When the melted snow reaches the edge of your roof, it then refreezes and creates what we call an ice dam. This ridge of ice prevents the water behind it from running off your roof, but the water touching the hotter portion of the roof remains above freezing. This creates a vicious cycle of melting, refreezing, and thawing. As the ice dam gets bigger, more and more water is trapped underneath and will eventually begin to run up your roof. Shingles are designed to shed water downhill, so when the water flows upwards, it easily penetrates a roof system. Like the great Glenn Hagee said, water always wins. That's why we have a Grand Canyon. Water behind an ice dam will seep through the gaps between the shingles and the plywood on your roof, leaking into your home and damaging everything from the walls, ceilings, insulation, you name it. Paint can peel, floors can warp, ceilings can sag, light fixtures can fill, and wet insulation can lose its R value. The ice dams themselves can bend and tear off gutters and loosen shingles if they become heavy enough. The damage in just one season can add up quickly and cost homeowners thousands in repairs. In order to stop ice damming, first we need to go a little deeper in how they're formed. Ice dams have long been a potential hazard in building, but they weren't always the prominent problem they are today. The reason why is that older homes, anything built before the 90s, weren't that well insulated in the first place. Builders just didn't have the technology or the understanding to do so. As a result, any warm air that escaped the living areas of the house would normally just escape outside before it could cause any problems. From the 90s onward, building technology has taken some leaps and bounds forward. One of the big advancements in home energy efficiency was spray foam insulation. You might have seen companies post these really cool pictures on Facebook where the entire frame of a new house is sprayed full of insulation and foam. To be clear, I'm a big believer that spray foam, when installed properly, is a great insulation system, especially for new constructions where you can easily access the walls and ceilings of a home. The thing is, when builders first started using insulation like this to really seal up homes from the outside, nobody stopped to think about what to do with the air from your home that escapes into the attic. It really hadn't been a problem before. As a result, this was the perfect recipe for ice dams to form. All of a sudden, warm air that made its way into the attic now had no way to get out. Instead, it would create a convection current where heat is transferred to your roof and replaced by more warm air that comes from the inside of your home, essentially creating a heated roof. As I mentioned earlier, when your roof is warm, snow melts and refreezes at the overhang, forming the dreaded ice dam. So how do we beat ice dams for good? Your first line of defense is Ice and Water Shield. Ice and Water Shield is a self-adhering waterproof underlayment used in roofing. It typically goes along the overhang of your roof as well as in the ridges around structures like chimneys or skylight flashings. Since it's waterproof, it prevents the water from flowing up your roof. This treats a symptom of ice damming but does not stop ice dams from forming on your roof. To prevent ice dams once and for all, you need insulation and ventilation. Specifically, you want to insulate your attic from the rest of your house as best as possible. With new homes, the best thing to do is construct a continuous air barrier between your ceiling and the attic. For older houses, they really need to be looked at on a case-by-case basis to determine which type of insulation makes the most sense for each home. Regardless of what type of insulation you use, I recommend an insulation barrier with an R value of 49 between your home and attic. Other commonly overlooked areas where heat can escape into your attic are things like attic access, heating ducts, bathroom fan outtakes, chimneys, and even recessed lights, and these all need to be individually addressed as well. Now that your roof is insulated, you need to properly ventilate your roof. Attic vents come standard with any roofing system you can purchase today. Most roofs use a combination of ridge and soffit vents. Soffit vents let cool air enter and circulate, while ridge vents allow warm air to escape out the top. However, in order for them to work, they need to be installed properly. If they're not positioned correctly or if they're clogged with excess insulation, then air won't be able to escape your attic and you're right back where you started. I beat this drum often, but proper installation really is the key. Preventing ice dams doesn't require some overcomplicated solution. It requires foresight, attention to detail, and not cutting corners. A house is like a human body. It's a system. And what I was able to touch on here were only the basics of how ice dams form and what causes them. If you've got ice dams on your roof, the best thing to do is contact a professional weatherization or energy contractor to evaluate what's going on in your house. A good evaluator will always recommend what to do to fix the specific problems in your house and not try to sell you a pre-canned solution. That's important because the first thing you need when starting any home improvement project is advice, not a sales pitch. And for more great advice, please subscribe to our channel and check out hireitdone.com. If you liked the video, click the like button. It helps us out tremendously. And I couldn't cover everything here, so if you have a question about ice dams or insulation, leave it in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. I'm Adam Helfman with hireitdone.com, and I'll see you in the next video.
What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.